Hey everybody, we are live at the Baseline Bar and Grill at Level Up. It's at 33 Mayview Drive. Nice enough to let us come in and do our cash bash here in our drawing. First thing I have to say is Waynesburg University has no affiliation with this fundraiser or drawing, and now we can move on with the business here. One thing I wanted to make sure, this cash bash was really special for our school district because we were able to include 5 or 6 other groups. I want to, obviously thank them and thank everybody that bought our tickets, but the other groups that participated in this originally football fundraiser, but over the last few years has become more of an athletic department thing, even though the athletic department doesn't sponsor it. It's supporting more than just football. Girls soccer, head coach Matt Finaghy sold 612 tickets. We thank them. Boys soccer turned in 430 tickets. Michelle Moeller with softball, they turned in 300 for the second cash bash in a row. And again, girls and boys soccer have been doing these cash bashes with us for probably at least 3 or 4 different times. Drama jumps in, smaller group, they did 70. Track, Lance Valley, now the head coach, kind of a football guy as well. They sold 596. And then dance extensions, the Cannonsburg dance team for young dance, spirited young dancers. They sold 290, and they continued to be a partner of ours probably for the 4th cash bash in a row. Just so you know, those groups have made just under $29,000 in this cash bash. Like I said, originally started 5 years ago. This is actually the 11th cash bash, and started about 5 years ago, and it was a much smaller operation. Football only started bringing the other groups in about 4 or 5 cash bashes ago, and it's been a really big success for those teams. And again, making almost $29,000 for other sports that are not football. And to be honest with you, I think we're pushing more like $85,000 or $90,000 for other sports in our district through our cash bashes. We'll have another one in August, and we have our Easter Excellent, spelled EGG, Easter cash bash celebration here. We're going to do 15 drawings. We have a mystery box. Instead, we have a mystery egg. All right. We're going to pull 15 draw. There's 10 prizes worth more than $1,000 with a grand prize of $8,000. The way this will work, we are going to pull, because we numbered them on the ticket, we're going to pull from 1 to 15. All right. We're going to pull a name, talk about some things, sponsors, football, get some players up here, have a little bit of fun. This shouldn't take more than 40, 45 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that I thank everyone who bought tickets and supported this. This is, like I said, this is our 11th one. They're $25 tickets. We sold thousands, and we really want to support you because I will tell you this: we're in a little bit of a war with everybody. I mean, it is honestly about what your booster club can raise, how much you can take care of your kids, alternate uniforms, field equipment, food, all types of things. And I'll get into more of that later. But these things, there's just no way to duplicate. There's no way to replicate what these cash bashes bring into us. We've done other fundraisers that involve selling sun catchers and hoagies. They don't work. This is it. We love that you support us. And I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to putting a heck of a product on the field this season. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw number 1. All right, number 1 is what? We're starting off with $250. All right, it's not the grand prize, but I'd still take it. $250. We're going to spin this bad boy. And then we have Todd Jansby here, our Booster Club president. And he's going to go ahead and pull, I think. And then we have Shannon Cimaroli over here keeping track of our board. And from what I understand, we're going to have a ticker going or something on the cast. So you pick. I'd never pick. You just hand me a ticket. I never pick. I may pick myself. All right. First ticket is number 0648. It looks like Terry, is that David?
Dowd.
Terry Dowd, sold by Isabella D. That's ticket 0648. Brianne Collins will eventually let us know what group that comes from if she can find it. She actually logged all 4,000 or 5,000 tickets. Just so you know, Go ahead and put that in the seller's deal.
Girls soccer.
That's from girls soccer. Congratulations. We are also going to put all the winning tickets in a container, and we're going to have a couple drawings just to give back to the sellers. So stay tuned after we give away the grand prize. That again was a girls soccer drawing. We're going to go ahead and draw number 2 right now as well. We'll do 2 at a time, then we'll talk a little bit about our sponsors and the program. Digging in deep. All right, here we go. We got ticket number 2. All right, looks like 4933. That's Lynn Wellman. 4933. That's Lynn Wellman. It looks like sold by Cullen. All right, we will have that. Just so you know, the way this works, some people have some confusion. We go by numbers, we do, but we really go by the ticket stubs. The stubs are in here. We announce the numbers because, I mean, obviously there's a number on every ticket, and that's ultimately the way to tell, but we have names, everything. The tickets are being drawn physically, though. The numbers don't really matter as much as having your stub in the hopper. You can't say anything. All right, so we'll go ahead and, I want to bring my first guest up here right now. We're just going to have some conversation with a kid that's been in the program, and I've known him since he's about 6 years old. And we're going to go ahead and bring our quarterback up here, Ty Jan. At least our quarterback right now, as long as he doesn't get beat out this year. So come on, Ty. Ty, you turn this on right here. Just touch the button, which the green. You can have a seat right there if you want to take the shield off. He's going to stand. All right. We wanted to bring Ty up. Now, a little bit about Ty Jansman. He's going to go into his 3rd year starting. He actually started a game or 2 his freshman year. Ty's thrown for somewhere between 3,400 and 4,000 yards. He will probably, it's more than likely that he will end as our all-time leading passer. Number 1, wasn't crazy about that, but he's earned it. He's also being recruited at the FCS level, a little bit FBS, Division I areas, and he's being recruited by a lot of schools. So we're really proud of him, and we're looking forward to his senior year. Threw for over 1,800 yards last year. And, great kid. Been in the weight room. He's up to 200 pounds, all that kind of thing. So I wanted to ask him 2 questions. But number 1, Ty, I just want you to talk about Canon Mac football, what it's done to you, what it means to you. I mean, even like Little Macs coming up through middle school, varsity football. Just tell us about what your experience has been and what it means to you.
Canon football has been a big part of my life. It's been a key focal point in how I do things in school, off the field, on the field. I basically know all my friends from it, so that's what I'm very grateful for. It's completely changed my mindset with like high school and how I see things throughout the world and stuff. So I'm really appreciative for all my years of playing Canon football.
Ty, what are you most excited about this year coming up? Your senior year, 2026. What year did you start doing quarterback training at Coach Salisbury?
Winter of 2018.
How old were you?
I was 9 years old.
Yeah, 9 years old, about this high, could throw the ball maybe to the bar. So come a long way. What does this year mean to you? It's your senior year, you're going into it. Well, high expectations.
It's my grade's last shot at a Whitwheel championship. I know me and my grade and my brothers are ready to roll this year and put some wins on that record and hopefully win a championship this year. But I'm really excited this year.
Well, Ty, thank you for joining us here on The View, the Coach Evans edition. Thank you. All right. Now we thank Ty for his for his time here. He'll have some parting gifts. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into drawing number 3. All right. Drawing number 3, again, we're going to do, right now, we're going to do drawing number 3 and drawing number 4. We got the new improved hopper. You can see that it's getting, we've come a long way from the fish aquarium in Cash Bash 1 and 2. All right, we got ticket number 6351. Jay Herschel. Jay Herschel, we don't have a seller. All right. We have Brianne Collins busy on the computer over there, might be able to tell us where this comes from, but 6351 Jay Herschel. What is Jay Herschel won? $500. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the mystery box, which because of Easter, is now the mystery egg. All right, so we're excited about the mystery egg. I've kept it here warm. It's going to hatch for us. All right, we have big winner here. You don't know what's in there. Could be anything. I mean, could be anything. Could be a full-size autographed picture of me. You know, maybe one of Ty. You know. All right, here we go. We're going to have ticket 1773. That's Melissa Haynes, sold by Aiden Morse. That is Melissa Haynes, ticket 1773. Mystery box now.
Aiden Morse, M-O-R-S-E.
Miss Cimaroli, may you come up here and hatch the egg here for us and tell our lucky winners what they've won. I don't think I'm worthy.
Looks like track.
All right.
We have 3 $500.
All right. Well, look at this. We have some receipts. Well, we have a $500 gift card to Target. We have a $500 Happy Easter Edition gift card to Giant Eagle. And I wouldn't know what to do with this, but a $500 gift card to Lowe's. So you have $1,500 worth of gift cards, some really nice yellow tissue paper, and you might even get to keep the egg. I mean, that might be the real prize. So we're going to move the mystery egg to the side. Thank you very much. That was a nice mystery box for us. Now what we're going to do is drawing 4 is over. We'll be waiting drawing 5, which will bump up to $750. But in the interim, I'm going to go ahead and talk about our signature sponsors. Now we don't have everybody signed again for this year, but we're in the act of soliciting them. But for last year, and they're a big, we do 2 cash bashes, and we get sponsorships. There's some little things in there, but these are the 3 things we do. So, number 1, Titan Energy. Eric Tennyson has been extremely generous with us. He's been a signature sponsor for a couple years and is actually responsible for the tunnel that the team runs out through. And we're looking to get him again for this coming year. We thank him for all of his support. Billy Greenwood with Rock. Rock has been with us for a few years now. I may even go back to 5 or 6. We really appreciate them. We have Carmen Fayette. Carmen Fayette's kid Marco played here for a few years, and he supplied a lot of bonus food for our kids. Threw in some signature sponsorship money over the 4 years that his kid played here. So Vesta 88 Riverhouse Mine. So it's Vesta 88 Riverhouse and Vesta 8 Mine Supply, 2 companies that he runs. And then kind of the last couple years, kind of coming on the scene and becoming a bigger and bigger sponsor for us is Range Resources through Katie Reed. So we're really excited about them. And then Scott Euphrates, the father of Marco, or Mario, God, it's been a long, long time. Mario Euphrates is now a pilot. Supposedly he's going to take me on a little ride. Promised me that he would. I forget the airline, but I talked with his father, and then I talked again with his mother the other day. Also was a really good standout hockey player, but a great tight end for us and defensive end. But Scott through Walter Mark Agency, division of Erie Insurance, platinum level sponsor. That brings us to Bonnie Loya. Bonnie Loya is now with Berkshire Hathaway. Bonnie Loya over the years has been one of probably the largest contributors to Canon McMillan football in the last 12 years, working for various real estate agencies, has always been there for us. We thank her again, and we'll be soliciting her again. South Hills Toyota, Jennifer, I think it's Trapezzano, and also Gary Flannery, a friend of mine that runs those South Hills dealerships, have always sponsored us every single year we've been here since the first day I walked in to Washington Toyota, and he's been a great supporter of our program, and we want to thank him. And those are our platinums and our signature sponsors. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move into a $750 drawing here that we're excited about. I'm waiting for the numbers to get bigger. Here we go, drawing 5. Ticket number 5683, ticket number 5683. I'm going to allow more intelligent man to my right to try to read that name.
Matthew Shannon?
It may be Matthew Shannon. We're not sure. We're going to go by that ticket number. $750. Matthew Shannon, we're pretty sure. No seller on that one. So every time now we'll talk about the sellers in a moment. We're going to go ahead and draw number 6. Where are we at here? Which one's this? $900. We're up to $900. Drawing number 6. And we have, looks like Chris Taylor, sold by Jeremiah Hall, ticket number 4800. It's 4800. Looks like Chris Taylor, seller Jeremiah Hall. All right. Now we want to go ahead and take a short break from that. Bring out my next guest. It's going to be Braden Collins. Braden Collins is this is his second or third time guest speaking on the Canon Millen Cash Bash. Braden, here's your microphone. Don't breathe too deeply into that. You can have a seat here, or you can stand. All right, Braden, I'll ask you the same thing I asked Ty. I mean, over the years, what is Canon McMillan football? What has it meant to you, your experience? Just give us an idea of what it's meant to you so other people can kind of share in that with you.
It's meant a lot to me. I've been here since 4th grade. I've been playing since 4th grade. Speak up. I've been playing since 4th grade. It's been a lot of fun. It's taught me a lot of things. How to be a good young man, respectful, kind to others, you know. A lot of virtues that are needed to be a successful person in this world.
What does this season mean to you? Again, same as Ty, senior season, expectations are running up there a little bit. Got a group that has started. We got 10, 11, 12 guys that have started. We got some other guys coming. Pretty good group of 2,027 players. What's this season mean to you? It's your last in high school.
You know, I'm excited. It is my last season, so I want to make the most out of it. It wasn't my list for 8, 9 years. You know, our last season together, so might as well make it fun.
Well, thank you, buddy. We're going to turn your mic off. Thank you for your time, Braden. All right. Thank you for your time. Also, Braden Collins is an Eastern Michigan offer from the MAC right now and has multiple schools interested in him throughout the spring and summer. So we're looking for big things from him. Plays linebacker, plays H-back, tight end. Also finished 5th in the state at 220. Finished 5th in the state, 220 as a wrestler. One thing I found, I coached college football for 12 years before I came here, wrestlers can tackle. It's valued. And, I don't want to get too far off on a tangent, so if I talk for this more than 15 seconds, Shannon, tackle me. But we are maybe one of the biggest advocates of multiple sport athletes as a football program there is. And I got to tell you, a kid like Braden goes to wrestling, he toughens up one-on-one. It's not an easy thing to do. Then comes to football, toughens up, becomes a great tackler, and then he goes back and applies that. And he's also working out for some really good coaches. I love when our guys get the experience with other coaches who really push them. I like that. I think that's a big paramount reason to play other sports. So a lot of our guys play other sports. I don't know that there's another program at Canon Mac and that promotes other sports and multiple sports and makes it possible more than we do. So and that's only because doctors and coaches and colleges. I haven't talked to one college coach that's ever told me don't play any other sport. I've never heard it. It's never come out of anyone's mouth. So we're going to go ahead and move along with our drawing now. This is going pretty quickly. Matt, we're going pretty quick here?
I'm going to make Shannon pick this one.
We're going to have our guest, we're going to let Shannon Cimaroli. She's been in the Booster Club for 17 years. All right. Also a teacher at Canon McMillan, Borland Manor. All right. Yep.
This is for Pappy.
This is for a bottle of Pappy or cash. Has to be. All right. and the Pappy, you know, the whiskey everybody loves, I guess. I don't know what it is like. 1746. The name is Liz. Person goes by one name like Prince. That's going to be Liz. All right. And Jess Connolly sold the ticket. So 1746, Liz, and seller Jess Connolly is going to go ahead and take that bottle home. All right. And then we're going to go ahead in to drawing number 8. Drawing number 8 is, that was track. Drawing number 8 is $1,100 cash. And we have ticket number 0279. Ticket number 0279. Looks like Lori Sutek. It looks like sold by Laskowski. It says girls soccer on here, Bree. I'm going to let Shannon look at the name again. That's girls soccer going with $1,100 cash. We're going to have two things in there. We're going to take a little pause here. You know what? Where are we at? Want to go number 9? We're going to go ahead and draw it, number 9. Number 9 is going to be another step up to $1,200 cash. $1,200 cash. Drawing 9. All right, 2196. This one's actually sold by a football player, Joey Barnes, and it's Chardello. 2196 Chardello. I'm going to let them review. I'm a football coach, not an English teacher. So that's $1,200. Now, before we move into the the next couple drawings, I'd like to go through a couple more sponsorships really quickly. We have our third tier, our blue and gold, and our Big Mac level sponsors. We've got Atlas through Terry Alberts. We've got Black Diamond Equipment Rentals. They've been with us for a while through Mike Juskowicz. We have 84 Lumber, Ashley Cyprowski. I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly. Jersey Mike's has joined on. Looks like Rachel Tenza is the contact there. DT Midstream. We have the Air Force jumps on from year to year, and they were with us this year through Jeff Madden. And that does it for the Big Mac sponsorships and blue and gold sponsorships. We're going to set that aside, and then we are going to start to talk a little bit about our football program. But before we do that, I want to make sure everybody knows that we now have a Canon McMillan Football Alumni Association. Scott Massarelli and Andrew Andronis have been key in making that, among some others. They have a camp they do every year from our stadium for young kids. Mike Hall sponsors it a little bit. He's there, autographs, brings some guys that are in the NFL, help out our kids a little bit, junior high kids. That camp is going to be June 10th at our field. It's officially called now the Washington County 2026 Junior High Football Combine, and it's open to all communities. Again, Mike Hall will be there, usually brings a few other guys with him, meet the kids, hang out, run some 40s and tests, and some of our varsity coaches will be there as well, but that's put on by the Canon McMillan Alumni Football Association. So we wanted to move from there. Let's go ahead and let's draw one more. Is this number 10? 6 drawings left. We're on number 10. $1,400. 1,400. 1,400. Let's see who we got. It's starting to get serious here. Starting to become a really good investment on that $25 ticket. We have ticket 0539, David Riley, the neatest ticket ever done. I love it. And it looks like Zoe, I want to say Bogos, B-O-G-O-S. And again, David Riley, ticket 0539, $1,400 cash. Another girls soccer. I mean, it's like football had nothing to do with this. Congratulations, another prize going to girls soccer, but they did sell the most of the other groups. We're going to go ahead and do number 11, $1,500 cash. I mean, they're so afraid somebody will say they're looking or whatever. I mean, it's like, it's an art form pulling these. Well, ticket 1825, Juskowicz. Ticket number 1825, Juskowicz. Seller is 6. All right, now we have one more guest we'd like to bring up. We're going to bring up Roman Cimaroli, wide receiver, safety. He's going to be mic'd right now, you know. So, you know, Roman Cimaroli's a wide receiver, safety, caught 38 balls as a sophomore, caught just under 30 as a junior. Also as a junior, developed as a safety for us. Key player coming back. We lose Ethan Campoli as our number 1 receiver. Guy that needs to replace him, Roman Cimaroli, but he's also playing safety now. How does playing both ways help you out? I know that's a new thing for you last year. Of course, I wasn't here last year. I took the year off and went to Brazil. And Roman, you now play both ways. You're being counted on 2026. You want to play college football. You've got talent. You've got over 60 catches in your career. Tell me how it's going to affect you. Tell me what this season means to you.
Oh, it's huge. Just having a whole nother side of film, like just to get exposure, just to put out, just get noticed by, like, someone needs a safety, I can play safety for them. Someone needs a receiver, I'm there for that too. It's a good way to market myself, and I like helping out for the team. Okay.
Did we hear all that, Matt?
Did we hear all that?
I mean, it was a great answer. What's this year mean? Again.
Oh, it means everything. I mean, last ride with people I grew up with, and just these are all like my best friends. I might as well go out with like a bang. I mean, make it count while I can. So yeah.
Well, Roman, you're part of a special group. You know, we coach these guys their sophomore year, and the season. And then most people know I took a sabbatical last season. But the bottom line is the sophomore year. I remember going through the season. And you start, you're in games, and then you lose some, then you win, then you lose by 1, then you win, then you lose. And it was an up and down season, and it ended with us really we got better every game, but our record wasn't great. But I knew we had a young core of sophomore players. And I didn't yell them in the locker room as much as people in the community think I yell, but I was really more supportive. I knew what we had coming. Missing last year was just painful for me. But now they're here. They're in their 3rd season. I knew in that 30-31 loss to Seneca 2 years ago, I knew where we'd be. I know we have a great group. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are.
Oh, absolutely.
And just tell me what's playing Canon? You played Canon McMillan football. You've been here. You've been playing since Little Max. I mean, what's it meant to you?
It's been amazing. It's meant the world. I mean, I met all my best friends through football. It's just what I grew up loving, what I grew up knowing, and it just kind of made me the person I am today, especially just being from my hometown and staying in my hometown. I mean, it's just been a great experience with all my brothers.
Well, thank you, Roman. And Roman will be number 7, catching balls, hopefully getting some picks on the field next fall. Thank you, Roman, for your time.
Thank you.
And we're glad to have him. We're going to go ahead and take that, and we're going to move into drawing number 12. I mean, we're almost done already. Drawing number 12 is worth $1,750. That is enough. I don't know, what's that? That's enough to buy a half a cow maybe. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, we're looking pretty good here. All right. Oh, my God. Ticket number 3001, Karen Juskowicz. All right, Karen Juskowicz. Totally different, Pat. 2,500 numbers between the last Juskowicz pool. Seller is Juskowicz. So, and now what number was that? Back to back. It happens. You know, the guy standing to my right actually had the number 1 ticket pulled two years in a row, but he wasn't doing this. He was sitting over there. But we're going to go ahead and let me get through these last banner sponsors. All right. We want to go ahead and make sure we recognize our banner sponsors. They, they pay for the banners at the stadium, and we have Heritage Home Inspector Steve Morris. His son Evan played for us, and he went to W&J, played football, has suffered an injury, and he's probably not going to play anymore there, but outstanding young man, outstanding student. And that's something I want to say. All three of the guys I brought up here are 3.5 GPA or better players, which makes them about 4 times what my GPA was in high school. So I really, we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff here. They do a great job. And you don't just win on the field. Winning's a habit. You win in life. You win in the classroom. You win in the community. Very few people just win on the field without losing somewhere else if they don't have that winning edge in their entire life. It's a habit. It's not just a habit from drill to drill on a football field, but transcends through your life. So I almost thought the hopper over. That would have been really bad. So that's a sign that I need to shut up and just get through this. Demler Machinery, that's Gary Danley. Jim Shorkey, car dealerships, Cole Sahovsky. We have GT&E. We have Fitness Fanatics, Natalie Freund, Beckham Freund. Her son has played for us for 4 years, is going to graduate this season. All right. We have Sunny Days In-Home Care through Carrie Logsden. I'm pretty sure that's Logan Logsden's mother. Again, a standout all-league player for us at linebacker this past season. Again, a senior that's graduating here in June. Grande's Restaurant. I've been going to Grande's. I hate to say that I went to high school at Peters Township, but I was there the day that place opened. Outstanding food, great place. Omega Federal Credit Union. We have Restore Wellness, Marathon, and Caltronics. So those are sponsors. And then we do something else that we'll be announcing here pretty quickly after this Cash Bash, Friends and Family. Sometimes businesses go through the Friends and Family donation. And Ed Troop Real Estate. We also want to take time to thank Ed Troop for doing the broadcasting of our football games. We have the Canon McMillan Sports Network that's sponsored through our Alumni Association. Really the brainchild of Andrew Andronis. The telecasts are outstanding. They do all of our home games, some of our away games, most of them. Sometimes they run into some rights issues. And they just do a great job, and Ed Troop does a great job leading the broadcast team. We want to thank him on multiple levels. Sharon's Mobile Notary, that's Sharon Weirnick. And then we have Salon 41, that's Jessica Schulenberg. So those are all sponsors from last season. We're going to obviously be trying to update our sponsor list here in the coming weeks and month. So we're going to now go ahead and move into drawing number 13 for $2,000, $2,000. When I was growing up, enough to buy a car. Now it's enough to put gas in it. Here we go. We have ticket 4597. That's Tracy Heatley. Seller is S. Looks like McCrore. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my trusty teacher, and maybe she can shed some light on that. But we have the number, and we'll go ahead and move. That's $2,000. Where are we at now? All right, we're going to hold up for a second. I got a couple more things to get through here. 2 more drawings, the $8,000, the $3,500. Remember, sellers. We're going to put you in a little deal, throw a few $100 at a few of the sellers to thank you. But as we wind down here, one thing I want to talk about is the reconstruction of the middle school football program. There's a lot of middle school kids that I visited in the last couple weeks, a lot of middle school kids that sold tickets and families, very much appreciated. And Jason Harding is going to take over as the middle school football coordinator, and he is in the process of interviewing staff. Some guys, will be retained, but it's going to have a new look, and we're really excited about that. Jason Harding was probably a 9-year guy with us, very good friend, very knowledgeable football coach. I think he works for CNX Gas. It changes, but I mean, he was a guy that some Division II colleges were trying to come after and hire away, but he does too well in his job to ever go that route. But just an excellent man, and we're really excited that he took this role on. We don't like lose him at the varsity level, but this is really going to help us. He's made a 5-year commitment to the program, and we're really excited about that. The other thing we have is something that is kind of new. It started last year a little bit, but this coming year is we will have, when you have varsity football, then you have JV that plays on Saturdays, then you have your JVB squad. That's mostly freshmen. Some freshmen will dress Fridays, Mostly freshmen, young guys that need more development. Everybody kind of hits their peak at a different time. But we actually have recognized that there's been an issue developing. I think most programs have an issue since freshman football has gone away, with the exception of maybe 5 or 6 programs. The majority of the programs in the WPIL play JVB on Monday nights. Matt Leeper, Pete Shaw, and Ray Phillips are going to be 3 guys that kind of head up our JVB and work almost exclusively with them, which I think is a really big advantage. Now, we will see them. Of course, we'll be around. But when we go into Friday night games and JV, they're going to be able to practice on their own. It's hard to run 3 different teams in 4 days. I think we're going to have a real good shot at developing our players. And, every year you try to look at what happened. You try to look at what you can do. You got to be critical of yourself, your program, your coaches, and you got to try to get better. If you're not doing that, you're just stale. So we're really excited about that development. We're going to go ahead. Number 14, we're starting to get into some bigger money, $3,500, $3,500. Well, and this is also, this is also from, we're live from Baseline Bar and Grill at Level Up, pickleball courts everywhere, beautiful spot, large, easy to find, 33 Mayview Drive in Lawrence. Here we go, we got a ticket for $3,500. Sold by Michelle White. 4019 to Cindy Klinger, and I think I know who this is. I don't want to say. I think they work in the building. All right, that is ticket number. Bree, is that drama? 4019. Waiting on a confirmation from our.
That's Dance Extension.
Is that Dance Extensions? Dance Extensions, $3,500. Good for them. They've been with us for a number of years. Dance Extensions with $3,500. Let me take care of one more item before we draw the grand prize, $8,000. Let me also remind you before we get into this, we are very good about paying these out. We will be on the phone with you tonight. We'll be on the phone trying to link up with Venmo or however we can get this done as soon as possible. And we're very good. We're very good at taking care of this. So if you have won, hold your tickets. Honestly, if we have you marked down everything, and we're going to get a hold of you, and we're going to get your money to you as quickly as we can. I wanted to, before this is over, I wanted to announce our 2026 football staff. There's been some changes. I think, watching from home last year, there were some things that I saw, and some people that I really wanted to get back involved with the program. Some people that have had a lot of success here, some people that the kids really like. Here's the thing about coaching nowadays. I could put head coach right here on my desk. Nobody cares. The kids don't care about what you are until you show that you care a little bit about them. When you show that you can help them in life, you can help them on the field, you can help make them better in a variety of ways, this starts to matter a little bit, but we still don't care too much about that. Try to take care of kids, make better men through the game of football. That's what you're trying to do. And that's one of the biggest things that goes into my mind when I'm hiring coaches. I want a staff, and there's 15, 16 names on this staff, and they all have different jobs, different levels, and equipment guys, guys that specialize in video. And my thing is, if a kid's having a problem, and I'm not talking about a football problem, kid's having a problem in life, I want there to be one of these guys that they feel comfortable enough to go talk to. Because I'm way more concerned about these kids becoming great husbands, great fathers, great students, and just having great, fulfilling lives and affecting others in a positive manner than I am about how many football games we win. Of course, I want to win a lot of football games too, and so do they. But ultimately, we're here to try to build better men. A lot of these kids are raised just outstanding by their parents. Canon McMillan parents are unlike any parents. They want their kids to be driven. They want them to be coached hard. And I'll tell you what, we have a great relationship here with our booster club, as you can see, as many are around here today. We're going to go ahead and start. John Travato worked for Jim Render, won a state championship as a defensive coordinator over at Upper St. Clair. He's been with us for probably 7 years on and off. John is retired from teaching, but is staying on as our defensive coordinator this year. Brian DeLala, who is the interim head coach, and I thank him so much for that, last season has had a lot of success. Montour, John Carroll product. Addicted to John Carroll tape, by the way. We watch a lot of it. But a lot of success. Montour, Bethel Park won a championship as a head coach. Good friend, as all these people are. We were just down at Pitt today watching practice with a lot of these guys. And he's assistant head football coach, offense coordinator. We're going to retain him. A lot of guys are like, what happens now that you're back? Well, I'm going to be the head coach, coach offensive line, and we're going to keep him because he's head football coach. Kids like him. Offsets my demeanor a little bit. Really care. Brendan Steele is the head baseball coach. We're going to move him to tackles and tight ends. I can't say enough about Brendan. There's nobody that bleeds blue and gold more and loves Canamac more than Brendan Steele. Rob Carter is going to come back. He was with me as our offensive coordinator in 2022-21. Good friends, lives in the district. Daughters, Canon McMillan graduates. Was the head coach at Seton years ago. Was with Mount Lebanon this past season. We've gone ahead and got Rob back to coach our wide receivers and be our passing game coordinator. We've also got Jim Feeney, a guy that I've respected for a number of years as a D coordinator and defensive backs coach. He was Mount Lebanon's defensive coordinator last season. They dealt with a lot of injuries. Jim Feeney's a phenomenal football coach. He's going to be great for our kids, and we love having him. Rich Rodeye's back as corners coach, also an assistant baseball coach, also heavy in special teams. Yaden Collins has been with us. He was one of our middle school coaches, and we pulled him up. He told me, Coach, what do you want me to do? Stay in middle school, come up, your call. We brought him up. He's going to coach our star linebackers. Alex Broncasio is our quarterback coach. Has a really good relationship with Ty as he's over here clapping for him. You know, Bronco's been with me all 12 years. Middle school, build up. Freshman year, build up. Outstanding person. Has 3 little ones at home. Tim Sahida has returned to last year as our D-line coach. He was before that. Before that, he was the head coach at Canon for a couple years. And Tim just really cares about the kids. He's hard-nosed. He's going to push his players. Tough guy. Was on one of the better Clarion teams they ever had to reach the Final Four. Just an outstanding man. I was with him today as well. Matt Leeper is going to help us in a variety of ways. As a matter of fact, he's right here. You want to jump in and show your face? Or he also looks like our mascot. You got to come over. I've from home I watched a lot of the games, and one thing I could tell was he looked a lot like our mascot. I think, I don't have a picture to compare, but, you can save that one for later. Thank you, Matt. Also, putting on the broadcast so you guys can actually hear this year. We have Josh Klopp, ex-player. He's going to be our defensive quality control. Great young man. Physician's assistant, works down the hospital system in Pittsburgh. Marcus Gailey, another guy. I think he sells like hips and All I know is I went to meet him at the hospital to pick up his cash bash tickets. He came out looking like a doctor, but he said he wasn't. So, highly intelligent guy. He's going to help Coach Delalo be the offensive quality control. We secured River Schindel-Decker for another season as our assistant D-line. He's going to make a bigger commitment, pass rush coordinator. Dave Valinsky's going to go ahead and volunteer as our helping with our equipment. And we have CJ Norman that's going to move into a volunteer role, but's been with us for a number of years to help Rob Carter with the receivers. So that's our coaching staff. Let me make sure I didn't miss. I've talked about the other sports, our sponsors. I want to thank the Booster Club because they do a lot of work. I mean, Breanne Collins has got 5,000 entries over there. You want to say anything here? Here, but we have one more interview left. Shannon Cimaroli, come on over here. Okay, Matt, can we hook her up with a mic? You have to go over there.
Just hold this.
Can we go over here where, you know?
Sure.
All right. Shannon's one of our, she's been with the Booster Club for 6 years. Dom was her first son. He's now playing lacrosse at Marietta. Roman is her son now that keeps her in the program. Shannon does a lot of stuff for the program, and I mean, you've been with the Booster Club for 6 years. I just elbowed her.
That's okay. I'll hit you back.
You just been to the Booster Club for 6 years. I mean, what's it done for you? What do you think? I mean, what do you think of the pro? What do you just give me some thoughts, Shannon?
Our
You know?
program, like Coach already said, I'm going to piggyback on what he said. We're building young men, and I'm honored. I'm so honored. I love all these boys like they're my own, and they're my bears, even though that embarrasses them. But we're building men, and that is why I'm so proud to be a part of the program and part of the board. I'm honored every day to sweat for this team because they're putting on really good. It's not just about winning Friday nights, it's about building young men. And I have 2 young men that went through the program, and I'm prouder than ever.
The one big question I have, you're with the Booster Club. How important is the Booster Club to the football program? I don't think people realize what the Booster Club does. Here's your chance. Tell them.
Listen, it is like a small business. We provide so much for the program, for the boys, for the team, on and off the field, whether you're a starter or not. This program provides for these boys, so we need all of you. All the other teams that also helped, it helps build the program and all the other sport programs because we support everyone. And what we do as a board in helping the coaches, it helps feed our boys, it helps clothe our boys, it helps build character for our boys. The Booster program is the backbone, besides the coaches, that help this whole football program and all the other sports really shine our players. And like we said, it's not just on the field we want them to shine, we want them to shine in life. And we're so proud to help support our team.
Shannon, thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Coach.
Good firm handshake. Thank you. We also want to thank Breanne over there, our secretary, Todd Jansman sitting right here. Dan Haydu's our treasurer. We have Mitch Dexter over there, vice president assistant. All right, member at large. We're just going to call him vice president assistant. All right. We also want to make sure a very special thank you to Keystone Global Media. They showed up, broadcast this thing. For years we've done this. We feel like we're doing a good job, but nobody can ever hear us going over a phone. We're really appreciative of Matt Leeper and Keystone Global Media for helping us. He also does the wrestling matches. He's doing the baseball games, does an outstanding job. I'm up in the press box with those guys. And they haven't invited the football coach in for a special scene yet or special comments yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Norwin game, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I coach 8-year-olds in baseball, you know. But anyway, the time's come for the big cash bash, the big grand prize. Again, stay tuned. We got a couple prizes to give away to the sellers when this comes to its completion. Here we go. This is a big one. All right, here we go. We have ticket 0634. Ticket 0634. That's Butch and Vern from Gwen Campaggi. Girls soccer again? Hey, Bree, make a note. Girls soccer, we're going to have a little talk. All right? We're going to have a little talk. You know, they've done a great, that's what happens when you put 600 tickets in the hopper. All right? So we have an $8,000 winner grand prize. Now what I want to do is go ahead. We're going to pick, how many, what are we going to do here? We're going to give away $250 to 2 of the sellers just to show some appreciation. Before I do that, understand next Cash Bash, we're going to make it special. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be something you want to be a part of. Tickets will start going out end of July. August 22nd will be the next Cash Bash. It's just simply called Cash Bash Legendary. Okay? So we're going to pick these two real quick. Shannon, hold that up. I don't want anyone to think I'm looking in there. And again, do we have tickets in there that don't have sellers?
Yeah, there was.
Well, Bree might be able to figure out who it was.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, one.
You guys pick. All right, here we go. First 250 bonus prize to a seller. Liz. Prince, but Liz. Jess Conley, 1746. All right. Jess Conley. It was a seller. Wasn't Liz. Sorry, from track. Jess Conley was the seller. That's who the prize goes to. Liz already got her prize, correct? All right. Then we have Juskowicz. I mean, they're dominating. There's 5,000 tickets in here, or 4,000 tickets in here. Juskowicz, ticket 3001, $250. Juskowicz again. We will be in contact with you. If you know us, feel free to call us, but we will be in contact with you about your prizes and getting the cash to you. I want to thank you. We've already given all of our thank yous we can. I want to thank you. Todd, you want to say any parting words? Our president has declined to say any parting words. Hey, look, we have another one of these coming up. Hope you had fun. Not everybody can be winners, but a lot of people got lucky tonight. We will have we have some ideas for the next. It's going to be really exciting. So we got a lot of things going on, and we're really excited about this season. Hope to see you at the field. Hope to see you at AHN, enjoying Pike Street. Come on over. Football game atmosphere, just like college. Thank you very much. We're out.